Welcome back to the City Talk. Good to have you back with us. I am your host, Tony J. These are my co-hosts, East J, my uncle, your uncle, and everybody Uncle L. And today we got a special guest for you.
Tony J, you got to acknowledge the missing piece.
You know what?
Our girl
China under the weather, baby. We miss you. Okay?
Yeah,
The missing piece.
she's the missing piece, but our special guest today
Yes.
is life skill coach, entrepreneur. You also do success coach, right?
Well, you can say that because anything I put my hands to do, I call it success.
Amen.
Amen.
Hey, you can't get no better than that.
Everything in life.
Miss Avon Hamrick, y'all, give it up. Yes.
That's the
And so today we're going to be talking about do the work. Do the work.
Get on
You have to do the work. You can't
Get on
expect
up.
this pie in the sky things to just happen for you if you're not willing to do the work. So as always, we always like to start with our special guest. Tell the people what to do.
Wow, I did not know it was coming in so quickly. Okay.
But you got it, you got it. You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
give it everything that I got, but I love that topic, do the work. And those are just 3 simple words, but they're powerful. Even on this morning when Pastor Tony was preaching, he talked a lot about the work and getting it done. And one thing I realized, and it's been some years ago, there were some things that I wanted. So I had to figure out that I had to do the work. I can recall when I wanted to start my postal career, and I felt like, Lord, if you just help me get this job, then I'll be all right. But I had to do the work. So I had to prepare myself. I had to take a special class so that I could score high on that test. And by the way, I think I scored 95.5.
That's why she's past that. Hey!
But I had to prepare. In other words, I had to do the work to score that 95.5. And I knew some inside information to be able to score that. And then as life went on, as soon as I started my postal career, I literally started preparing for retirement. And guess what I had to do? I had to do the work. So there was something else that I wanted. I wanted to be a realtor for such a time as this, now that I am retired. So I had to prepare for being a realtor. So I had to do the work. I had to get myself enrolled in school, in a real estate school, and it was not easy, but
Sure isn't.
I had to do the work. And guess what? I had to do more than one time. Sometimes doing the work don't mean you're going to have to do the work.
There we go.
more than
Come
one
on.
time.
More over and over and over.
Sometimes you got to go back and do your first work
There we go.
all
There we
over
go.
again. So, and such it was with me with the real estate. I didn't pass the test the first time, but I stayed in the saddle, and guess what? I went back as soon as they would have me to take my state exam again. And guess who is a realtor today?
Yay!
And that's because I was willing to do the work. And then I'm going to take it in a different direction when I became dissatisfied with myself and who I was. I figured out that there was some other work that I had to do. I had to first look myself in the mirror.
There we go. Wait. Hold on. You had to do what last name?
I had to look myself in the
Come on,
mirror.
man. Wait.
I had to come clean.
There we go.
I had to
There we
come
go.
face to face
There we go.
with me.
Yeah.
With me, and I had to acknowledge, number one, you make me sick.
Ooh.
That's the conversation I had with
You
myself.
was honest.
I had to get honest with myself.
Ooh.
That's the work.
Yes,
That's
that's
the work.
That's the part of the work.
You gotta get down and honest with yourself.
Yes, you gotta. I mean, if you can't be honest with yourself, who else you gonna be honest with?
Nobody.
Come on
Yes,
now.
you are absolutely right.
Because it's just you and God. And if you can't get to a place where you can be honest with yourself, you're deceiving yourself already.
Absolutely.
Come on.
So I looked myself in the mirror and I said, you make me sick. You keep doing the same stuff over and over. And then tell me that's insanity when you do the same thing over and over
And
and you
expect
think you're
different
going to get a different
results.
result.
Yeah.
That
Come
is
on.
foolishness. That is crazy. And then the next thing I did, and I said, not only do you make me sick, but I am sick of you.
Ooh.
So I had to get sick of
You
myself.
have to hurt
You
your
were
own
sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I was sick and tired of being sick and
There we
tired.
go.
Because I knew that there was the more. But I had to be willing to do the work.
And that's why we can't move forward, because we can't be honest with ourselves.
The most
Like you said,
important part. The most
have
important
to-
part.
You have to be brutally honest.
Yes.
You have to go in and say, just like you said, you make me sick. I can't stand you. I don't like your ways. You have to go in and start to chastise yourself in order for you to become better, to move forward. But you have to be willing to do
the work.
the work.
And you know why we have to come clean with ourselves? Because we won't let nobody else help us come clean.
That's
And you know what the thing about it? The same thing that you tell yourself, somebody's told you several
several
times.
times.
That's what I'm talking
Several
about.
times.
That's
But
what I'm
until
talking
you
about.
can actually face yourself.
But we just
You
refuse.
got to come and face
Accept.
yourself. You got to look at you. I mean, and nobody's staring you back. I'm not staring back at Tony G. I'm not staring back at Isha. I'm staring at me. And I'm talking to me in the mirror.
And that's why we can't get better, because we refuse to accept ourselves in the current state that we're in. That's exactly
And we won't accept anybody else
Tell to give us constructive
constructive
criticism.
criticism. We will not. We refuse to do
We
that.
take it personal.
Very personal.
We wear our feelings on our shoulder. But the work that I began to do in my life, when I wanted that job with the Postal Service and when I wanted to become a realtor, I learned to get a thick skin on my shoulder. And I stopped, because I was that one that left that job crying every day. I couldn't wait to get in the car to cry. Then I had to dry it up before I got home. Couldn't get home to let my son see me cry. So that was my little cry time. When I left the job and before I got home. I gave myself that time. And I took advantage of it. And I got all them tears out. And then when I got home in that driveway, I had to suck it up. Because now here's the other part of your day. You got to go in here now. You got to do the work.
Absolutely.
Because what I have learned in terms of doing the work, especially as a mother, especially as a single mother, and I don't shine light on that, but if you don't do the work on the front end, you will do it on the back end.
Oh, the back end
Much
gonna
easier
suck.
to do it
On the
back
front
end gonna
end.
suck. Yeah.
Because on the front end, if you do it, they just have you on your feet. But when you wait to do the work on the back end, they're going to have you down at the courthouse and the jailhouse and the prison. And you're still going to be on your feet.
But you know what I just heard you say, Sister A, and you saying do the work. You got more than one job to do the work on.
Yes.
You got to do the work in several different areas. You had to do the work for the real estate. You had to do the work for the post office. You had to do the work as being a mom. You had to do the work in ministry. You have to do the work in different areas in your life. So don't think doing the work is just a single job.
Right.
It meaning that you have to multitask to do the work.
Absolutely.
You gotta do it in every aspect of your life. Do the work.
You have to be willing to feel the pain of change, because change isn't easy. So you have to be
That's right.
willing to feel that. Get uncomfortable with yourself in order to move. You have a bad attitude? Do the work. Do the work.
Change it.
I'm talking to
Do the work,
me.
change it.
I'm talking to me.
Because you look like you
know
look in the
what I'm
mirror.
saying?
You look in the
Yeah,
mirror.
the attitude of mine, listen, let me tell you something. As plenty of times I looked in the mirror and said, listen, you got to get it together. You want to be here, and you're here. But your attitude, it's not gonna get you there. And actually, you have to be honest with yourself. You want to be successful? Get up. Stop being lazy. Stop watching TV. Read some books. Start researching what you want to do. You have to do the work. Nobody's going to give it to you. Nobody's going to come and say, Avon, here's his multi-million-dollar business. Unless the Lord says. But here's his multi-million-dollar business. I'm just going to leave that with you.
Yeah, that is like far few
And
women.
that,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Ain't gonna happen.
And 9 times out of 10, if it did happen, you would not.
You wouldn't keep
You
it.
would not
We
keep
keep it
it.
because you
Because you
know how
don't
to
have
handle it.
the mindset.
That's all
How
the
to
same.
run. You didn't have to do anything, no sweat and toil.
Exactly. They,
To
you know,
get it.
the old saying.
Guess what? You didn't do the work.
Exactly.
You got that and didn't do the work.
Exactly.
You took it right out of my mouth. I was about to say the old people, the old saying is anything worth having is worth
Working for.
Yes.
Worth fighting for, worth working for. And if you don't work for anything, you know, I used to be like, man, I want to do this and I want to do that, and then I go eat me a ham sandwich or something, and I'm like, why this ain't happened? I've been keeping it on my mind. I've been thinking about it intensely. What's going on? Nothing happened. I haven't gotten closer to it. It's because I didn't do the work. I missed that. Anything you want to do, you just can't think about it and say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you go eat a ham sandwich, go sit down, watch TV, and then tomorrow you do the same. Oh, I really want to do this. No, you have to first put a plan together. Sit down. All right, this is what I want to do. What is it going to take for me to get from this point to that point? Number one, start checking those boxes off. All right, I got to go back to school. Cool. If I want to be a nurse, that means, and if not, if I don't have any formal education, that means I got to go back to school. All right, get school done. First class done, second class done, third class done, and you keep moving. You got to do the work to get to it. And what a lot of people don't understand is it's not going to happen overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the work doesn't you do the work one day doesn't make you get from point A to point B.
It's a process.
It's a process. You got to
Yes.
keep doing the work over and over until you get to point B. Then once you get to point B, you got to keep putting in that work to get to point C. So you got to do what it takes. It's not just going to fall in your lap. It's not going to come from heaven. It's not going to you're just not going to bump into the stranger. I mean, it can, but like that is like 1 in 5 million that you bump into a stranger and then automatically it's just.
But even with that, that's just like I said, even with that happening, you're not going to be successful at it because guess what? You didn't do the work.
Right.
Somebody give you a multi-million-dollar company. If you haven't done the work to know how to operate that company, it's going to fail.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know how to operate it because you did not do the work. So if you wanted if that did happen, somebody give you a multi-million-dollar, do the work to keep it.
Yeah.
It's all involved in doing. You got to do the work.
Yeah, you got to.
On the front end, in the middle, or the back end. You got to do the work.
And before we go, let me tell you this. This is something that I have been telling myself for the last couple of weeks. I've started, to just tell myself this over and over again. Once my preparation meets my destiny, oh, she gonna be unstoppable.
Hashtag that.
When my preparation meets my destiny,
Hashtag.
I'm gonna be unstoppable.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be successful. But you got to prepare yourself. You have to do the work. Day in and day out. 24/7. You want that beach body, that summer body? That's what you gotta do. Go to the gym.
What Uncle L call that? Uncle L call that what? 365 fine. I mean, we're talking about summer fine, we're talking about 365 fine, okay?
But I'm telling you, once your preparation meets your destiny, it's nothing in this world that you cannot do.
Absolutely.
But you first must get up and start to make a change. To do
You
the
got to do the
work.
work. You got to do the work.
Hey, so each of us have homework. We got homework.
Yes, we do have.
We do have homework.
One, what they gotta do?
Pull out that mirror. Look
in
the mirror.
In the areas that you see in your life that you're not strong in, i.e. attitude or faith or whatever it is that you're struggling with, that's the area you need to start with to become strong in that area. Two, once you start to feel like you're okay and you can make it through the day, then you got to figure out what is it that you want to do. What's going to make you happy? What's going to make you smile? Write it down. Get a plan for it. Then you seek out people who's there or where you're trying to go. And you start hanging around like-minded people. But you first must what? Write your vision and make it plain.
Absolutely.
And once you do that, and then you start putting in the work, searching out people, researching this or researching whatever you have to do, start putting in the work. And so I want to hear, you can always, in the comments, or you can inbox me, or whatever it is. You can inbox all of us and let us know what it is that you want to do, and what is, this is my plan. I'm going to get from my plan for A to get to B, this is what I'm going to do. From to B to C, this is what I'm going to do.
And we'll help you. We'll help you.
Yeah, and we'll help you.
You know, we'll become that accountability partner that you need.
Yes,
Which is very vital in one's success. No one gets to point A to point B on their own, by themselves. Now, you have to do the work by yourself.
You gotta do
You gotta
it.
do the work by yourself.
I can't do it for you.
But, I mean, I'll be
Unless
here
you
for
want to
it.
cheat.
But
You can't.
cheating, you can't.
What you got for number five? But that's what I want you to do this week.
Well, there you have it, folks. Everything you need to know to do the work. Thanks for tuning into the City Talk. I am your host, Tony J.
Yay!
See you later.
Hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
And
comment.
Share.
Like.
Thank you, Pastor
And thank you for
Ed. We
coming.
appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. All right.
All right, folks.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in.